When I was a little kid, my dad had a record player, and I just started listening to these songs, and by the grace of God, there was a Merle Haggard record that he was singing old Jimmy Rogers songs, and I started learning these old Jimmy Rogers songs, and Corinne last night, she yodels, and that's what I did as a kid. I would not be on the stage had I not learned how to yodel. I was a yodeling kid, and had I not listened to that record, and that spoke to me, my whole career would never have started, because when I was 10 years old, Ernest Tubb came through our hometown, and when you start as an artist, you literally started your church, and then, which is where I started singing, and then I sang at my school, and then next thing you know, I sang at the fair, and then I sang at this next big show, and next thing you know, you're singing. I was opening for 10,000 people for Conway Twitty, and next thing you know, I'm singing with Ernest Tubb in Nashville, but I got to sing with Ernest Tubb because I played him a Jimmy Rogers song on his bus, so he invited me to Nashville when I was 10 years old. So that whole thing, the turn of a screw, just the slightness of anything that happens in life kind of makes us kind of where we are. But Merle Haggard was my biggest influence growing up, and so I always wanted to write a song for him, and I was working with my friend Skip Ewing one day, and we were talking about Merle Haggard, and I said, if Merle Haggard would cut one of my songs, I could quit and go home and tell everybody I made it. I said, that would be enough for me. And Skip said, that's a great idea for a song, and we were in the middle of a couple of other songs, and so as I was driving home that night, this song just started to come at me. So I wrote down a verse and a chorus and brought it back to Skip, and we finished it up, and it's kind of my life story in a song. And our dream was always that Merle Haggard would sing on it, which is a long shot, because he rarely does anybody else's songs but his own. He did some Sonny Throckmorton songs and a few other things. But anyway, so this song was 5 years old. We tried to get Merle to sing on it. Skip had a record deal. I had a little something going on, and it didn't happen. And then one night I just happened to sing it at the Bluebird Cafe, and this guy that I was with heard me sing it, and he's producing this 16-year-old kid named Blaine Larson, and he let me listen to this kid's voice. He said, can I record that song? I said, well, nothing's happening to it. I said, you can have it. He goes, well, it's not going to hurt. He said, he didn't even have a record. He's just got to doing a record in Oregon, and I just want to put some good songs on it. I said, okay, you can have it. So the next thing you know, he does it. This kid gets about $5,000, and he does a video called In My High School. It gets on CMT. All of a sudden, RCA Records sees this thing. It's luck. And so RCA sees this thing, and next thing you know, they sign him to RCA, and they said, but we're going to make some changes. And I'm thinking, oh, that means my song's not going to make the record, being the positive guy I am. But anyway, they ended up recording the song, and I get a call from my buddy Tim Johnson, who was producing the record, and he said, I got you a gift today on your birthday. I said, what's it? He said, well, Merle Haggard sang on your song this morning. So anyway, this is for all writers and for all of us. We talk about this all the time, how fortunate it is to get a song recorded. How many songs are released every day on Spotify?
100,000.
100,000 new songs a day are put out on Spotify. That's what a crapshoot this whole thing is, for us to ever be up here, and one tiny song goes through all the hurdles, through the artists, through the things, through the charts, through the record labels, through the payola, through all those things that lead those songs there. But anyway, this was a song that was recorded by payola, who that doesn't exist. Anyway, this is one of my favorite songs. I'm going to dedicate this to my buddy Skip Ewing, who lives in Du Bois, Wyoming, one of the greatest songwriters in the world. I've been walking these streets of Nashville since I was just a kid, either in my boots or in my dreams. I sold my car and bought this Martin. I've been richer since I did, even though I can't afford to change the strings. And I've heard a lot of no's and no thank yous. Hey, I've fought the thought of giving up for years, but I still could be an overnight sensation. It would only take one sympathetic ear. If Merle would sing my song, then I could go back home and tell everyone I know that dreams come true. I'd be someone in their eyes, a face that they don't recognize. I could prove to them and me I wasn't wrong. If Merle would sing my song. Hey, I played this old guitar in every honky-tonkin' bar, but as of yet they haven't noticed me. But this old heart and soul of mine is filled with memories, chords, and rhymes, and I believe I'm the future they can't see. I could maybe make $1 million choking in a tie, but then I'd have to live with my regret. I can't believe God gave me all these dreams to let them die. Hey, I'll make it big, it just hasn't happened yet. But if Merle would sing my song, then I could go back home and tell everyone I know that dreams come true. I'd be someone in their eyes, a face that they don't recognize. I could prove to them and me I wasn't wrong if Merle would sing my song. Oh, yeah, I could prove to them and me I wasn't wrong. And Merle sang this part. He's been walking these streets of Nashville since he was just a kid, either in his boots or in his dreams. James Dean Hicks. Yeah. James, you're a great singer. What you